হ্যালো সবাইকে, ওয়েলকাম ব্যাক টু আওয়ার চ্যানেল। তো এই ভিডিওতে আমি ইউনিভার্সাল স্টুডিও ট্যুর বলে একটি রাইড আছে, সেইটাই আর কি আপনাদের সাথে শেয়ার করব। এটাই 50 মিনিটের একটা ট্রাম রাইড। ওই ট্রামে করে আর কি স্টুডিওর মধ্যে আর কি নিয়ে গিয়ে আর কি নানা রকম সত্যিকারের আর কি যে সব জায়গায় শ্যুটিং হয়েছে সেই সব লোকেশান, তারপরে সেট, তার মধ্যে আর কি নিয়ে যায়। তো সেগুলো আর কি দেখায়। তো খুব সুন্দর আর কি একটা রাইড। আর শ্যুটিংয়ে ব্যবহার করা গাড়ি বাড়ি এগুলোও আর কি আমরা দেখতে পাবো। তো ওরা বলেই দিচ্ছিল যে কোন জায়গায় কী শ্যুটিং হয়েছে বা কোন সিনেমায় কী গাড়ি, কোন গাড়ি ব্যবহার হয়েছে। তো খুব সুন্দর এই রাইডটা। তো এখন আমরা এই লাইনের একদম সামনেই চলে এসেছি, দাঁড়িয়ে আছি। এই ট্রামগুলো চলে গেলে, এদেরটা ভর্তি হয়েই গেছে, এদেরটা চলে গেলে তারপরে আমাদেরগুলো আসবে, আমরা উঠবো। তো ভিডিওটা অবশ্যই পুরোটা শেষ অবধি দেখতে থাকুন। আশা করছি এই ভিডিওটা দেখতে আপনাদেরও খুব ভালো লাগবে।
Tours. But right now, let's focus on us. My name, once again, is Kristen. I'm going to be your tour guide. And can everyone give a big round of applause to David, our driver? David is an incredible driver who is going to be taking us out on the lot and making sure that we stay safe and have lots of fun. So it's not just New York. Right now, we are passing London Square. And on your right-hand side, this church area, this set was used in the Mindy Project, starring Mindy Kaling and Chris Messina. This area, London Square, has also been used in Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Marvel's Agent Carter, for any Marvel fans that we have out here. And on the New York street, like I said, it looks a lot like New York, but we can make it look like any metropolitan city from across the globe. We've used New York Street as London from Fast and the Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw. We've used it as Minneapolis in Jingle All the Way, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. We've also used it as Chicago for The Blues Brothers, starring Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi.
তো আপনারা দেখতেই পাচ্ছেন যে কী সুন্দর এইসব রাস্তাঘাট, বাড়ি, উঁচু উঁচু বিল্ডিং, চার্চ, এগুলো সব বানিয়ে রেখে দিয়েছে শুধুমাত্র শ্যুটিংয়েই আর কি ইউজ হয়। এগুলো সবই আর কি নকল। আর এরপরে আমাদের একটা রেসিডেন্সিয়াল এরিয়াতে ওরা নিয়ে যাবে, যেখানে আর কি পরপর আমরা এখানে যেরকম রাস্তায় দেখি সব প্রাইভেট বাড়িগুলো, সেরকম আর কি পরপর বাড়িগুলো, কিন্তু সবই আর কি, এগুলোতে কেউই থাকে না, সবই আর কি শ্যুটিংয়ের কাজেই ইউজ হয়। তো খুব সুন্দর। তো এখন আমাদের একটা ওই সিনেমা হল মতো আর কি অন্ধকারেই আর কি একটা 3D মুভি দেখাবে। তো ভেতরে নিয়ে যাচ্ছে, এখানটা অন্ধকারে, আমি আর এখানটা ভিডিও করিনি। তো পরেরগুলো আরও সুন্দর সুন্দর আপনারা দেখতে থাকুন।
And you are also seeing one of 16.5 Ford Anglias from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I did say 1/2, and that's because they cut one of the cars in half, brought it into the soundstage, and used it to get close-ups of stars Rupert Grint and Daniel Radcliffe. You're also seeing a couple vehicles from the Jordan Peele universe. We've got the Fry's Electronics vehicle, driven by Brandon Perea in Nope. We also have the Crawdaddy boat from Us, that was piloted by Winston Duke while he was battling his Untethered. And that's a great example of how a picture car doesn't have to be a car. It can be a boat, a train, a plane, a truck, any vehicle on your screen. Now, one of the most recognizable picture cars that I'm sure you all will recognize is John Hammond's Jeep from Jurassic Park. And on your right-hand side, you are going to be seeing a replica of that Jeep that was actually used in the Jurassic World.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
That's right, folks. We are headed off the coast of Costa Rica to Isla Nublar and straight into dino territory. And on your right and left-hand sides, you will see actual props, sets, and picture cars from the original trilogy, directed by Steven Spielberg. On your left-hand side, you're seeing the mobile lab from Lost World Jurassic Park. And take a look inside those cages, you'll see our Dilophosaurus actors. The Dilophosauruses are beautiful, but venomous. We're lucky to have them here. Actually, does anyone have eyes on the Dilophosauruses? Oh boy, okay, take cover, folks. They are venomous. Take cover. Great job, folks. You all just survived your very first dino attack. And that was a great example of a practical effect. The way that we can use practical effects, water effects, to set the tone for a scene. And another way that we can do that is with weather effects. Now, typically in sunny Southern California, we don't get a lot of weather here. So I am going to show you a little weather demonstration. I'll display for you how we can use weather as a practical effect to set the scene and set the stakes for a movie. So on the left-hand side, in our old Mexico area of the lot, you're seeing a thunder and lightning. Now you're hearing the thunder, you're seeing the strobe light lightning, and of course all we need now is a little bit of rain. There it is. Now normally we would layer the lightning and thunder in post-production in the editing days, but here we're going to do it live and in person for you. And that rain is being shot out of glorified sprinklers that we call rain towers. Directly up into the air, the gravity is bringing it down to get sort of a naturalistic looking rain effect. And of course Los Angeles is a desert. So why don't we go ahead and shut that and do it live and in person for you. And that rain is being shot out of glorified sprinklers that we call rain towers. Directly up into the air, the gravity is breaking it down to get sort of a naturalistic rain effect. And of course, Los Angeles is a desert. So why don't we go ahead and shut that rain off? Because we don't need it. So we'll shut that water off. We've done too much. Take cover, folks. That is Flash Flood. That is our oldest attraction on the Universal Studio Tram Tour. You may recognize it from Lady Gaga's music video Judas, or you might recognize it from Big Fat Liar starring Paul Giamatti, Amanda Bynes, and Frankie Muniz.
Bad place like.
Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
But what is awesome is The Good Place, which you can catch on Netflix. It is one of my favorite shows. And like I said, Little Europe right now is dressed up like The Good Place, but one of the great things about our backlot and our exterior sets is that they act as a blank canvas, and we can dress them up to look however we want. So right now it's the afterlife, but it's been Wales for the Wolfman, Transylvania for Dracula, and Paris for the Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's gonna be totally fine, I can promise you that. It's gonna be okay, folks. There's my buddy George. He knows how to handle this, so don't you worry. Okay, George. George, blink twice if you need help. George! George! Oh, boy. Oh, that is tragic. Okay, folks, looks like things are getting a little dicey. So please remain seated. We're gonna make our way across this bridge and find safety. It looks like the professionals have set a little trap for the shark. There's a yellow barrel full of bait. As long as the shark takes the bait, great. We just hide out behind this pier with a bunch of flammable gasoline. We should be totally fine. Oh no.
ওই দেখো ওই দেখো ওই দেখো ওই দেখো শোনো ওই দেখো সার
Everybody give it up for Jaws! He comes in here and does that day after day. He is such a consummate professional. We're lucky to be able to work with him. Now, you may have heard that Steven Spielberg gave the shark in the movie set a nickname. He called. And as we continue into our residential area, I mentioned earlier that we are called the strangest city in the world. Because like I mentioned, we do not have any residents. These houses are not home to anyone. They are used only for production. Now we call this area Colonial Street, but you may recognize it as Wisteria Lane from Desperate Housewives, or from a selection of some of these other productions that have made their home here on Colonial Street. Because we just cannot get enough of them.
ওই দেখো
You'll see the mint green Mini Cooper from Mr. Bean's Holiday. You'll see Bumblebee and Barricade the Decepticon from Transformers from Paramount. You'll see the Tan Duesenberg from the 1999 production of The Mummy, starring Academy Award winner Brendan Fraser, as well as 5 of the vehicles from the Fast and Furious franchise, including Dominic Toretto's Black Dodge Charger.
If 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood, because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Keep noticing me. Listen, listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? And I'm closed. Robbie, get in.
To one of our most impressive. This, of course, is the set of War of the Worlds, starring Tom Cruise and directed by Steven Spielberg.
The airplane press site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision that Stephen had.
And for them to sit down to talk about War of the Worlds, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Keep noticing me. Listen, listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? And I'm closed. Robbie, get in. Get in.
Boeing 747 that you saw, Steven Spielberg purchased it from an airplane graveyard in the Mojave Desert. And the set became truly one of the most impressive that we've seen here on the Universal lot. And it's that attention to detail and production value that makes Steven Spielberg such an incredible director. And another director that we're so lucky to be working with is Jordan Peele. He's an Academy Award-winning director, writer, and actor, and we are about to enter the actual sets of Jupiter's Claim from his movie Nope, starring Stephen Yeun, Keke Palmer, and Daniel Kaluuya.
Over there, look into the winking ring and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Show. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? Well, I do. A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. It's not looking so live anymore. Anyway, behind this gold brush frontier is a sinister secret. It is smack dab in the center of the universe. What's a bad miracle? Welcome to the world of Nope.
Well, folks, if we ever want to live to see another one of Jordan Peele's films, we better get out before something happens to us. Let's peel on out of here.
তো আমাদের রাইডটা শেষ হলো, তো দারুণ ছিল রাইডটা, আমরা সবাই খুব এনজয় করেছি, আশা করছি আপনাদেরও ভালো লেগেছে। তো এখন এই প্রায় 2:30 মতো বাজে, এবার একটু লাঞ্চ করতে বসেছি, তো লাঞ্চ করে আবার বাকিটা ঘুরবো। তো এই ভিডিওটা এখানেই শেষ করলাম, পরের ভিডিওতে আমি ইউনিভার্সাল স্টুডিওর বাকিটা এবং লস অ্যাঞ্জেলেসের বাকি জায়গাগুলো সব শেয়ার করব। তো ভিডিওটা এখানেই শেষ করলাম। কেমন লাগলো আজকের ভিডিও অবশ্যই কমেন্ট করে জানাবেন, ভালো লাগলে অবশ্যই একটা লাইক করে দেবেন এবং আমাদের ভিডিওগুলো ভালো লাগলে প্লিজ আমাদের চ্যানেলটাকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করবেন। সবাই ভালো থাকবেন, বাই বাই।